the streets in his high-rising old pickup truck.
Bueno, todos tenían una four-wheel drive. Pues the urban cowboy.
He waves and he smiles cause he knows he's been down on his luck.
No más. Asústame one
But
time.
those hard riding days and those nights of them drinking away
Puro party. We used to drink away the nights.
have made him a name that in history will always remain. He's a hell-raising cowboy, a honky-tonk hero to all. He's a rodeo champion who knows from his throne he must fall.
Yeah.
He's a Mexican playboy. The girls, he has loved everyone.
Puras buckle bunnies.
Cause he's a hill-raising cowboy, bull-riding son of a gun.
Welcome to Hashtag PVT, ladies and gentlemen. Some Steve Valdez. Steve and his barroom buddies. And Steve is here with us tonight. What's going on, Steve?
Oh, how you doing?
As he sits in that ballroom, just drinking those memories away.
We got a picture of Steve back when he recorded this song, babe. Put it on the screen there.
Because of the time.
Míralo. Ah! Damn, how old were you there, Steve?
34, maybe 33.
34, 33? You look like you're 21, man. How old do you think he's there, baby?
He looks very young. 25?
What year was that?
That was, I think, like 93, I think, when I released the Attitudes of Honky Tonks.
Orale. But, man, you were at it even way before that. That was 10 years in already, right? Because, ladies and gentlemen, Steve Valdez had one of the most popular country bands here in the 956 back in the early 80s, opening up for all the big country stars back then at La Villarreal Convention Center. And the band was Steve and his barroom buddies, and they were a staple of the local country scene here in the Rio Grande Valley. Steve, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Steve, I want to ask you, first of all, like, where are you from exactly? Are you from McAllen, or where are you from?
The great city of Elsa.
Elsa, Texas.
Yeah.
So it is Elsa.
I was born in Spur, Texas.
Okay.
You remember, you watched Urban Cowboy.
Yeah.
That's the little place that he's leaving to go to Houston.
Oh, yeah, when he leaves that little farm town.
That's Spur, Texas.
Really?
I was born there, and I was raised in Petersburg.
Okay.
Left there when I was like 14, came down to the valley because all our relatives were here.
Okay.
And this is where the music started.
So your parents, they hadn't...
They're all from here.
They're all from here. And then they moved up there to work? Okay.
Yeah. They were migrant workers.
Mm-hmm.
And then somehow we landed there.
Se quedaron
farm.
ahí.
Yeah, se quedaron ahí.
Ahí en el farm de Bud.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what everybody did at that time.
So how long were you in Spur, Texas over there?
Well, I was just born there. I was, we went to school and everything in Petersburg.
Uh-huh.
And, I got into the music business, there.
How did that happen? You were in high school and stuff there?
I was actually in third grade.
Oh, you were in third grade?
Third
They had
grade.
you in the music class?
We had music class, and they said, okay, I want every Friday, they would ask somebody, they would tell you to go up and sing a song. I don't care if it was Mary Had a Little Lamb, something they had learned, or something else. My sister had a record player, oldest sister had a record player, and my parents would buy her a 45 every week or so. And I had this song from the Herman's Hermits that I liked.
Okay.
Don't go out into the rain, you're going to melt.
Okay.
And so I kept listening to that all the time. So everybody went up there and sang different songs. I sang that song, and it had this high part that they liked, that I did. Mm-hmm. And they kept requesting it every Friday. So I did that song every Friday for that year. And
what was the name of it? Herman's Hermits, what?
Don't Go Out Into the Rain.
Let me see. I got to find that song. Don't go out. Don't go out into the rain. It's right here. Because I know I'm Henry the Eighth, I am. Henry the Eighth, I am. I remember that song from them, but I don't remember this one. This is a song that Steve Valdez sang in class.
Listen for the high part.
Sugar, I'm Come and sit here by the fire for a spell. Sugar, please take your shoes
Hi, dear.
off and make yourself comfortable. The weather's miserable and you're so kissable. It's getting
What year is this song?
Heck, that's from the 60s. somewhere in the 60s, yeah. And so then it got to the point to where, hey, okay, I'm an artist. So I started dressing like one. So I had those bell sleeve shirts. Started wearing those on Friday for when I sang in front.
At the school.
Yeah.
And that was third grade, you said? Or
Third and, all third and fourth grade, you know. They kept requesting, you know, Stevie, sing it. And I was back then it was Stevie. So
and this was in
Petersburg.
Petersburg. And so did you go through your entire school life there to graduated from there?
14, when I was 14 years old, half of my 8th grade year in December, we moved down here to the valley and went to Edcal Chelsea.
Edcal Chelsea.
Yeah.
Oye, hay muchos músicos ahí en Edcal Chelsea. You, of course, ahí estaba Benny Layton cuando llegaste tú.
Yeah.
¿Lo conociste?
I got to meet everybody, especially when I got to the music business. I got to Tony Villanueva.
Oh, yeah.
Texas Country Band.
Texas Country Band.
He was a teacher there. Louis Gomez. Texas Country Band also. He was a Holy Smoke. They used to play there.
His sons. They were amazing. I will dance on some of my albums.
Yeah.
I mean, the guitar player. I mean, but ladies and gentlemen, he's talking about a group that had a very cool sound. I think here it is. This is them. I think this is Arnold and Junction Band. I think this is okay. This is Arnold. This is a different band. But this is a type of...
Well, the Junction Band was from there too.
Sí.
Arnold and
Sí.
Roland también.
Pues ahí en esa area de Willacy County y Delta area, mucho de esta música salió de ahí.
El asesino por ahí y dicen que anda buscando la ley porque maté de manera legal la que burló mi querer. En un momento de celos.
But Louis Gomez was this one, and he had Tony Villanueva with him, but this was like their big hit right here.
Oh, yeah. Valle de Palmas.
Sí.
And Las Campanas, I recorded that one too.
You know, it's crazy because I always tell my wife, we've had a lot of artists come through here, and a lot of them are from the Delta area, dude. I mean, it's like Benny Layton kind of spawned a big culture of music.
I never thought about it till you said it. That's true. You got a lot of artists coming out.
Sí, bro, chingos. Oy.
Y es mi Dios tan bendito que en mi carro viejito me guía hasta el Valle de Palmas. Desde lejos yo vengo y muchas ansias yo tengo por volver yo a tenerte en mis brazos. Estos últimos días he corrido las millas porque vengo siguiendo.
So it is Class of 79.
Class
¿Sí?
of 79.
Oye, le pegué el clavo.
That was good.
Wow, because he says he's 63, so he was born in 63, so I just added like 18 years and I got the 79.
Yeah, I was born in 60.
60? Okay, so you're 66?
I'm going to be 66 October.
Órale. Wow, well, I still hit it.
Yeah?
Well, I was born in October, so I started school later. That's why you got it.
Oh, órale. If not, it would have been 78.
Yeah.
What an amazing decade for music the 70s was, right, man?
Good music. at the
Yeah,
time, everywhere
Substance.
around. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's just a lot of cookie cutter stuff nowadays, man. It's like there's this formula that they find, or somebody makes it big with a certain formula of a song, and then everybody wants to follow to see if they can. It's like gold mining, you know. Yeah. Somebody hits a little nugget of gold, and then everybody goes there to see, if they can get the biggest nugget.
Well, I mean, you had at that time with Country Rollin', you had Texas Country Band, you had Cactus Country,
Sí.
Janie C. and Cactus Country, and her husband. Here's another one. Cactus Country, her husband was the principal there in Ecalchosa.
See? And how about these guys, bro? Let's see if you remember these guys. Bacha. A ver si, ahora vamos a ver.
I will take you across the border
Son de ahí esa área también. Willis County. The Texas Drifters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Johnny.
That's who I was gonna say. Johnny and Joe. Joe used to be our guitar player.
Yeah. Man, you so you came to Ed Couchel, so you graduated in '79. You were already playing in bands in high school and stuff.
Skylark Review. We were Skylark Review at that time.
Skylark Review.
Playing Eagles, CCR, stuff like that. And then I went into a semi-rock band playing AC/DC, Van Halen.
You got to get that all out of your system when you're young, right?
Yeah, everybody has. I don't care who you were. Everybody says I was into rock. I mean, I wore. I had a friend that had, a girl that had go-go boots my size, so I wore the girls' go-go boots, tight pants with the pants tucked in, a vest with no shirt, a hat and choker, and
Where are the pictures, man? I want to see
those.
I never thought. I didn't think about bringing them. There are pictures of it like that.
Send me some, and I'll put them in on the show when I edit it. All right, I'm going to ask you for some of those.
And so then at that time. I was still in high school at that time, and one of the teachers, Montemayor, Mr. Montemayor, Valdez Montemayor, was married to, his wife said, had sisters, and his family were good friends of Country Rollin'. Mm-hmm. And he told us, hey guys, he said, why don't y'all go over we're going to a dance, my wife and I and her sisters, y'all can dance with it, whatever, at the McAllen Civic Center. And we were like, I don't know, three of us. But we went, and Country Rollin' was playing, and that's what got me hooked to country music.
Yeah.
From there, I was like, wow, this is awesome.
Well, like 78, you were still in high school. Country Rollin' was, Nano even says that he's the only artist that ever sold out the Villarreal like three nights in a row.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were making like $3,500 at the time, back in 78.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah. And you said, I want a piece of this, right?
Well, I enjoyed it, and I thought, so I became, when I went to college, Pan American, I'm a teak.
A what?
A fraternity. I'm a teak.
Oh, a teak?
For life.
Okay, and what is that fraternity era?
Tau Kappa Epsilon.
Okay.
They're Pan American or anywhere.
Did you all do a lot of drinking and partying?
Partying and stuff,
But you all had a frat house and stuff?
No, we didn't we didn't have a frat house
at
that time. But my big brother, his family were the Peñas, and they were good friends of the family. And I got a job there at their grocery store that they owned, and Country Rollin' came in a lot. And Junior would come in, and I was working at the meat market, and I'd be going, oh my God, Country Rollin' Junior, oh my God,
Wow.
And he would come up, and I was all thrilled. And then I started talking to Country Rollin', and the Peñas were those that said, you got to go into country music, so we were sitting around, in college trying to figure out, we made a band together, me and some other guys, and we're going, what should we call ourselves? We're thinking, different names. And then one of our little sisters from the fraternity was sitting with us and said, why don't you call the Barroom Buddies? Yeah, the Barroom Buddies. And then the Peña said, well, you got to put your name in front of it, like Country Rollin'. Steve Valdez and his Barroom Buddies. And I thought back then, Valdez, if I go to Nashville, they're not going to like Valdez.
Yeah.
Let's go with Steve and his Barroom Buddies.
Yeah.
And that's where it took off. And Country Rollin' started giving me advice. Don't do this, don't do that. Always do this, always do that. He kept telling me, always have a job, and you're not desperate. If somebody says, if you say, I'm charging $800, man, I'll give you $4. You don't have to take it. No, I'm charging $800. Because you got a job. You're not struggling or something.
We're notorious musicians and artists for lowballing ourselves, right?
Yeah. And that's when I started. And at that time, I started learning, more country. And we recorded. Pepe Maldonado.
Oh, yeah?
Is the one that got me and said, I want to record you.
Wow.
And he said, don't worry, I'll pay for everything, and I'll make a 45 for you. Okay, so we went in there. I want to try country, he said. I'm doing all these other guys, conjuntos and everything. And we recorded Country Song on one side and Have You Loved Someone on the other side.
Well, that's a great song, dude.
Yeah. And that's what I get a lot of compliments on. And when it came out, everybody was playing it. Tejano stations, K-Sox, Raymondville.
This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out. We're taking you back to 1981.
Yeah.
Wow. And it still sounds fresh, man. It sounds good.
As I'm sitting here all alone, thinking how I've done you wrong. I wonder how we ever got this far.
I had the cassette.
And when I held your hand, I knew it would never end.
Wow.
My heart was filled with love, but what could I do? Have you ever loved someone that you knew you couldn't have? Did you whisper in her ear, will I keep you in the end? But the answer wasn't clear enough to hear. Then I say to you, my friend, as they told me to begin, forget her now, someday your heart will mend.
What do you think when you hear these songs, dude?
Oh man, it takes me back. I mean, when I wrote that song, I sang it to a girl. I said, "Dude, I just came out with this song. Listen," and she started crying. I was like, "God, is it that bad?" She said, "No, it's because she had just broken up with her boyfriend." I said, "Oh, okay. I thought it was that bad." You know? And we recorded it, and everybody was playing it. K-Sox, I think, was playing it, and there was a place called KELT. Remember KELT?
See, KEL 94.5.
Yeah, that was pre-recorded from Dallas. You couldn't ask for requests, and yet they played it.
See,
They were playing it. So, that 45, we played at K-Sox, but this is something funny. We were playing it at some benefit that all the bands were playing that at K-Sox there in Raymondville.
yeah, it was a small AM station that played country.
It was
classic country.
Yeah, it was an outdoor thing that was going on, and bands were coming in and performing for 30, 40 minutes. And we went out there, and somebody went up to the van and said, "Where's Steve? Where's Steve?" Some girls came over, "Where's Steve?" And I said, "I'm Steve." They said, "You're Steve?" We thought it was an older white guy.
Yeah, because there was no internet back then to see or look up your artist or anything like that.
So they, and that's when we started doing shows with the artists of the Via Real.
K-Tex didn't exist back then. I don't think it was KELT, which was the English FM 94.5, which is now the rock station. But it turned country in the early 90s. It was K-Frog, but and it tried to compete with K-Tex, and then some jock at K-Tex named Gunner that was at the rock station before it turned Tejano did this stunt and played rock records at night, locked himself up in the booth in the K-Tex studios, and a ton of young kids got together outside of the building in the middle of the night. And so that's when 94.5 said, what?
Maybe I've heard that story about other stations in other states.
Yeah, and sometimes to this day I wonder if they did it, if K-Tex did it on purpose to change us into rock. Yeah, 94.5. But KELT, it was like the original country station in FM, and then K-Sox was that AM station. And there's nothing like listening to old country on an AM station, right? Yeah. You get that feeling of
good stuff.
Yeah, you get that feeling of Hank Williams and what they used to listen to and how it sounded, But so then I remember you were playing at La Via Real with every artist almost, man. You guys were like the opening act for all the big bands.
We entered the Wrangler Country Showdown. Back in like 82 or something like that, 83 or something. And Bo had won it the year before.
Bo Garza, who's currently in Lubbock now, right?
No, he's back in the valley.
Oh yeah, he's back down.
Yeah,
well, I got to bring him on, man, so we could talk.
He and I were in Nashville. When I was in Nashville, he went up there to do some songwriting, and this little rival thing they had about Steve and Bo.
Yeah.
We were out there laughing about it when we played golf.
Yeah.
But
nowadays that's like everybody wants that because it creates online drama.
Yeah,
and everybody gets traffic and engagement and all that.
Yeah,
nowadays.
They're all, oh man, Steve against Bo and this, and we're out there playing golf together.
Yeah.
But we entered the Wrangler Country Showdown, and
here locally in the Rio Grande Valley.
We won the Valley and went to Fort Worth and competed, and we played Country Song and Hell Raising Cowboy, and we ended up in a three-way tie for first.
And who were you tied with?
The Debonaires.
Okay.
Unfortunately, originality was one of the tiebreakers.
Oh,
The
okay.
showmanship. So they beat us in showmanship.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
and they went to Nashville and won the national championship.
Wow.
Yeah, I think the year after that was the Sweethearts of the Rodeo, and they,
Oh, that was them.
yeah. So, but after that, once that happened, then they Nano asked us to start playing with the big artists.
Was he asking you to play for exposure, or just was he actually paying you guys?
He was paying us.
Yeah. How
No,
much were y'all making back then, man?
We for the shows,
Yeah.
we were getting like for at the Villarreal for opening up, we were getting like a whopping $300.
Yeah. Yeah. $300, 1981. Yeah.
But it was.
Hey, it's
exposure.
better than for exposure, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
at least everybody got a little beer money.
Yeah. When I was in rock, when we were the rock band, we played at a club and we would make $300, for the night, and $150 for the guy doing sound, and so much for this, and we'd all come home with 15
yeah,
bucks.
Yeah, but one hell of a buzz, man.
Yeah,
and it was great. It was a great show.
I had a guy that came up to us at the. You remember Bocasio 2000?
Yeah, where the devil showed up dancing.
Yeah. We played there with my outfit and everything. They're playing rock, and some biker guy came up to me, and he says, "Man, can you play some Van Halen?" And I was like, "Oh crap!" He says, "Because if you don't, man, because if you don't, I'm just gonna die." And I was like, "Oh, get out of here!" It's like, this guy's gonna beat the crap out of me for not playing. But it was all fun. Rock was fun. Country was where the money was.
Yeah,
And
no,
we
but
started
country
playing.
was fun too, man. That's where all the girls were.
Oh yeah, I mean, we started playing different places, and we even when Country Rollin' kind of broke up with the band, he started doing other shows by himself, and he asked us to back him up quite a few times, the Barroom Buddies. Now you remember how it was always Country Rollin', as his junior was next to him playing whatever.
See.
We did a show in Laredo with him as the Barroom Buddies, and it was a sold out show. And I dressed up with a black suit like Junior. I didn't mean to do that. I was looking fancy and a hat, and I had a beard and a mustache and everything. And people were coming up, "Hey, Junior, tell your dad to sing so and so." I'm like, "I'm not Junior, I'm Steve."
Yeah.
But we did a lot of shows with him too.
Yeah.
Helped him out.
Wow, man.
So
That's
that's
awesome.
where it helped a lot.
And so you I remember your band, but I remember you performing, but the other guy that I remember a lot is the backup singer, man. He was just standing next to you having a drink and just like,
Dean Martin.
yeah. What was his name?
This is my brother Adam.
Adam. Okay, Adam. And then who were the other musicians that were with you back then?
Now, when we started out, it was because Adam used to be in the band with me. And so when I started country, I said, "You want to be my backup singer, but you're backup. I'm Steve. It's not Steve and Adam and the Barroom Buddies." And he said, yeah, okay, I'll do it. And we had Tony Martinez, who that was the starter.
Steel pedal? Okay.
Yeah. And then we had
He's so good.
Jerry Avila. He passed away. And Ruben, he was a drummer. Was our drummer. Jerry was the one in college with before we decided for the Barroom Buddies.
See.
And we made the band. It started off, and then we had Ruby, who
she passed away.
She passed away also. Yeah, she was from in high school at that time. We got her to play with us. She was 18.
She plays fiddle. She played fiddle. Yeah.
And then her and Tony got married. And they lasted for a while with us, and then they left, and I got Ruben Rodriguez from what were they called? Blas.
Oh yeah, Blas. Tumbleweed.
Tumbleweed, yeah.
I remember Tumbleweed band, man.
James was.
Did you think I was gonna remember that name, bro?
That's why I threw it out there. Maybe you'll remember.
When you said Blas, that bodybuilder guy, he
Yeah.
was like the head guy, right?
Yeah. And James D. Barry became my fiddle player. He was with them at that time.
Damn good at
as
it
a
too,
young
man.
kid. Oh yeah, as a young
Pesado.
kid. And Ruben was playing lead, and at that time he wasn't playing anymore, so he came with us. And we had Dean Brown, who is now with Tim McGraw.
Wow.
He took off to Nashville and is on the road with Tim McGraw. And then after that, we wound up having Johnny Garcia, and James joined the band. And that's where it became just,
And Johnny Garcia he was in Westlaco, and he ended up going to Nashville and being part of the Garth Brooks, or what was it, the tour?
I left, I had to, I had him on lead, James on fiddle, and Craig Langford on bass. And Craig wound up they're the ones who recorded the Hellraising Cowboy CD. And Noe Romo on drums. And
Noe Romo, I know Noe Romo, bro.
And
he's from Willacy County over there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Romoville is over there too. I don't. You know what I got? He sold me my first hard drive with tons of music, dude. And,
oh, really?
Yeah, Noe Romo. Wow.
And then so
it's a small world here, dude. You know what I mean?
The people we have in common.
Yeah, we ran into each other.
Craig took off to Nashville went with the Forster sisters, and then he told he auditioned for Trisha Yearwood, and they needed a guitar player when she first got her deal, and he told them about Johnny, and we were doing John Henry's at the time. And
John Henry's was a big country club there in Edinburgh, Texas.
It's a little dance hall, BYOB.
Oh, it would se ponía bueno.
Now they know it as the John Henry's era.
Yeah, it was John Henry's
there
era.
was so many. It was 4 or 5 years that thing, that we lasted there doing all that. And people were saying, man, they come up to me and say, I was 15 or 14. My parents would drop me off for the dance and stuff,
Yeah.
And then Johnny told us one night at John Henry, he says, man, I got on audition with Trisha Yearwood, but don't get anybody. I'm leaving on Monday, or I'm leaving tomorrow. We played Saturday, I'm leaving tomorrow. Monday's my audition. They'll let us know Tuesday. So he took off and he said, but don't hire anybody because I'll be back. We said, you're not coming back, Johnny. You're not. Now, he was that good. I said, you're not coming back. And sure enough, he called us. He said that he had the audition on Monday. Tuesday, they told him he got the deal, the job. And Wednesday they rehearsed. Thursday, they took off with Garth.
So was that pretty much did you continue with Steve and his barroom buddies after Johnny left?
Yeah, no, he was telling me there was a band called Burning Ember.
Okay.
That Johnny, Gonzalez's brother was playing with, and Noe said, let's get Joe. So Joe came with us. Joe was Johnny's apprentice. He played just like Johnny. There's times when we hear cassettes, or recordings, and we're going, is that Johnny or is that Joe?
Wow.
It was that good, and we did a show with Joe in Laredo. There was a sold-out show, and he was nervous as heck. We were just another show for us, and he was nervous. He said, man, at the break that we had, he says, I'm sorry, Steve, but I've never played for so many people like that. I'll get used to it, man. You're gonna be playing.
You're gonna love
it.
That.
Yeah, and we played like that until I took off to Nashville.
Wow. And so you kept playing here locally, and then what spurred you to head on to Nashville? Obviously, to try to
Johnny was on the road.
Okay.
Johnny was on the road with Trisha, and he says, man, Steve, he says, you got to come over here. You're going to make it in the Valley. You got to come up to Nashville and do it here.
And this was the mid-'80s?
This is 92.
Oh, 92. So it was already like 10 years after you'd been playing La Via Real and all that.
Yeah. He said, we had done so many shows with Steve Warner. Johnny was telling me one time.
I love Steve Warner, bro.
Yeah, Johnny and Steve Warner and I had gotten, close. And Johnny was telling me that they were out doing a sound check, with Trisha Yearwood. And Steve Warner went up to him and said, don't tell me. Steve and the Barroom Buddies, McAllen, Texas. Johnny was like, you know us? He says, man, you guys are hot.
Yeah.
And so, Johnny said, why don't you come over here to Nashville, stay with us for 2 weeks and see what you think.
Yeah.
And something that I could kick myself on the butt for so many times, I didn't want to. I went bowling with Garth and Trisha Year's band and everything. Yeah. And Johnny said, hey, you want to be a roadie for Garth Brooks?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not a roadie, man. I'm a singer. Well, I used to set up all my stuff, right? I knew about sound and everything.
You could have been the guitar tech or something.
And he said, you want to go with us? And I said, oh, man, let me think about it. So what does it pay? He says, well, it's for 6 months. You get $100,000 for those 6 months. And another $10,000 bonus. No, I think it was $80,000, and then a $10,000 bonus at the beginning and $10,000 bonus at the end. Mm-hmm. And plus profit sharing, which is another $25,000. I'm like, let me think about it. I'll let you know. I got back home and I said, I better go. And he said, too late. That thing.
Somebody jumped on it quick.
Yeah. He said, you have to tell me right there and there.
Yeah.
But I had some gigs I had to come back to.
See.
I didn't want to cancel them.
Yeah.
But that's something that I thought, man, I should have taken that.
Missed opportunities, man.
Yeah. But then I decided to move over there, and we took off from there. Johnny started producing some stuff for me. Mm-hmm. And we recorded. Because of Johnny, I had access to a lot of songs from Nashville songwriters.
Yeah.
And that's where we came up with the Attitudes and Honky Tonks album. And When Opportunity Knocks was the first one that they released.
What were your thoughts of Nashville when you went there in the 90s? I mean, because Tejano was like at an all-time high back then.
Yeah.
I know Nashville was noticing it also because they picked up Emilio, you know, and they had the Emilio country album, Ram Herrera, Jay. They were all getting into some country music.
And at that time, they were trying anything. They were saying, hey, well, he's got this. Garth was doing Chris something, another alter ego thing he did.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Chris
that.
Gaines or something like that.
Yeah.
He did a rock album that flopped, but it was Garth. Hey,
he wanted to do something else.
Let's do it. Okay, let's do it.
Let him get his, ¿cómo dice? Que se deshaga, se le quita el antojo.
Que se le quita el antojo. But I went to, when I was with Johnny there, we went to like some restaurant there, Denny's or something. And Johnny and I were talking business, and I'm like, that's Mo Bandy over there. He turns around and goes, yeah. And we continue talking. I'm like, what the heck? You know,
you were starstruck.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that, you know, you
just run into them like anything there.
Yeah, I ran into Gene Watson, you know, when we were going into an Olive Garden.
It's like Nashville. Movie stars in Hollywood. You know, you run into them, and in Nashville's otro pedo.
Yeah, so it was just another thing. I liked it, you know, but I went down there at the time that they were trying to go kiddie with the young kids.
See.
And I recorded a CD and had a record promoter, hired all these people to start pushing it and everything. Mm-hmm. Just like Mark Chestnut recorded Too Cold at Home.
I love that song.
Yeah, and put it out himself. Mm-hmm. And then MCA heard it.
Picked it
out
up
on the radio and got him, you know, picked him up. So that's what you do. You go to Nashville, record some songs, put it out nationwide, and that's why, you know, mine were out nationwide.
Yeah.
And at that time when I was, you know, they were hearing it on the radio is when I started getting a booking agency and said, you know, you're heard everywhere. You want to go play. So I started touring.
Yeah.
I started playing different places.
And that was like mid-90s that you started touring?
93, 94.
94. So as soon as you got over there, you started working there.
Oh, yeah. And it was fantastic. I mean, I enjoyed being on the road. And
How has Nashville changed since you got there?
Oh, you cannot recognize it anymore.
Right. I mean,
I lived there, and I got married in 2001, and we lived there. I lived there since '92, and we moved away in 2011 to Muscle Shoals, Alabama, which is where my wife is from.
That's one hell of a legendary studio.
Yeah.
Leonard Skinner, Bob Seger, Aretha Franklin. The name of the group that worked there, I forgot what they were called, but they had a name. Babe, look it up on the fact.
Swampers?
Yeah, the Swampers? Is it the Swampers?
Yeah.
Muscle Shoals, Muscle, and then Shoals, musicians.
So I went from the country recording capital of the world to the number one hit recording capital of the world, Muscle Shoals.
Wow.
Everybody was playing there. The Rolling
Stones. You walk in there, dude. Yeah, the Rolling Stones recorded there.
My friends from Shenandoah are from there too. Mm-hmm. So that's where I hung out with them for a while. Yeah. I did some while I was doing. I think like after about 2001, I wasn't doing much because that's when, like I said, in the mid 90s, 94, 95, they started getting young kids. Leanne Rimes, 13. Mm-hmm. You know, my wife's cousin, Alicia Elliott, was in her late teens, had a couple of hits there. Of course, she lost her record deal. They were thinking these aren't working.
Yeah.
But when those came out, the young kids came out, people, you know, John Michael Montgomery, Tracy Lawrence,
the old school
Neil
dudes.
McCoy, all those lost their record deals.
Yeah.
They said, okay, well, you're not doing anything. So we were all looking for record deals,
mm-hmm.
and nobody's, you know. So I retired. I didn't perform that much anymore, so I retired from music from the road and went back to school, got my degree, and started something else.
You know, in L.A. or Hollywood, you know, they have a lot of starving artists. Is that the same in Nashville, man? Are there a lot of people out there that are trying to make it and finding that lucky break?
Well, when I had my singles out, you know, people were asking me here in the Valley, their friends would ask me, hey, are you playing in Nashville? I said, no. you don't play in Nashville. Why not? I said, they don't pay you.
Well, it's free. It's like
Yeah.
Austin.
Anywhere you go, you go down Broadway and you see all these, clubs. You see awesome bands performing and a tip jar. That's where they're getting paid.
Yeah.
A tip jar. And we're like, but they'll play for whatever because they're hoping somebody's going to walk in.
They have Printer's Alley over there, right?
Printer's Alley. I was at Printer's Alley, too.
I've been through there, and I remember walking into the first bar, and there was a lady in a big muumuu yodeling.
Oh.
And I was like, wow, that's different. Yodeling. She was
Yeah.
performing. And then I said, well, I was there for a bit, and then I said, let me go to the next bar. The next bar had some blues, and I hung out
Oh,
there.
yeah. You had so many different bars there in Printer's Alley,
Yeah, man.
And-
Is that still exist? Is that place? Okay.
People that go down on Broadway, I ask them, oh, we went down Broadway. Did you go to Printer's Alley? No, I saw where that was, but we never had a chance. It's just so many clubs you can walk in and out. People just walking in and out, checking them out. Every different type of music.
But you got to get out of Nashville to get paid, right?
Yeah. So but you have people on the streets singing, great voices, playing good guitar and everything with
Street musicians.
their guitar case open for you to give them.
Yeah.
You know.
Some make good money doing that, believe
Yeah,
it or
some
not.
make
I
good
remember a magician was telling us that in Las Vegas, he was just doing the street and he was making a bundle of money.
Oh yeah. I mean, people throw money at you.
And then you've got guys like Charlie Crockett that's how they, paid their dues, is doing the street thing all over the United States and Italy and stuff like that. You've heard of Charlie Crockett, ¿verdad?
Sounds familiar.
You haven't heard of Charlie Crockett? This guy's staying so true to the original form of country.
She just caught the Jamestown ferry. It's not a hot day, January, like she said it'd be.
He was born in San Benito,
Wow. Okay.
and his mom moved him to Dallas, and his mom sent him to his uncle's house in New Orleans, and he hung out in the street, and he got to see the street musicians and started doing that, and he started playing at the subways in New York, everywhere, just like, with a bucket in there or his guitar case.
Yeah.
And went through across the ocean, Italy, and now he's like one of the biggest things right now.
Wow.
Yeah, but Charlie Crockett, man, he's pretty interesting. We went to go check him out. So
He made a song of the valley.
yeah, but it's interesting because I don't think he made it out of Nashville. He was like in this area over here in Austin,
Yeah.
Green, Texas,
Yep.
Dallas. That's where he really started getting his thing together. And so Nashville, from what I was told, a friend of mine that's over there, his name's Romeo Vaughn.
Okay.
He says that there's a majority of the people there in Nashville are songwriters. They're not really. There's musicians too, but everybody tries to make it into songwriting, right? Is that proof? Is it that true?
Yeah, there's a lot of money in the songwriting business. I mean, you don't have to do it much. You just write a song. If somebody records it for you, Don Von Tress, "Achy Breaky Heart." His first paycheck was $1 million.
Yeah, but man, that's when there were albums and CD sales.
Yeah.
It's not like that anymore.
Yeah.
You got streaming, and streaming is like pennies.
You don't get
to the
much
dollar.
on the stream. I've noticed that.
Everybody takes a cut.
Yeah.
And you end up with a half a penny or
So
something.
that's just made for advertisement.
Yeah.
And people start asking for you and start doing live shows.
That's where the money's at now.
Yeah, that's where the money's at now.
So then that's why when they're saying that songwriting or songwriters are the ones that are, trying to make it out of Nashville, I'm like, now you have AI to write a song for you, dude. What's going to make us think that or know that what they're pitching isn't AI,
Well, Texas has its own thing going on. I mean, you don't have to go to Nashville. You start releasing your singles in Texas,
Yeah.
and get big. When I was in Nashville, Pat Green was huge in Texas. He tried to go nationwide. They recorded him, and he wasn't doing that well in other places. Texas was he did a lot better in Texas than anywhere else because that was it.
Why doesn't Texas country resonate in Nashville?
I don't know. I mean, the songs I released were country. I wanted to release some other originals that I had written, and they said, let's go with the Nashville because that's what Nashville has right now. So, Waylon Jennings back then did the same thing. They said when he started out, he was doing recording.
They wanted him to sound like
Nashville.
Hank Williams.
They wanted songs. These are the songs you're supposed to do. Okay, so he did it.
This is the formula.
Yeah.
Then
he said, no, I'm an outlaw. I'm going to do these songs.
Yeah.
Shot up like crazy. His songs, Looking Back, Texas, all these other big hits that he had, Good Hearted Woman. They were his songs.
Yeah, but it took a group of them. I mean, Willie Nelson. I think Willie Nelson was in Nashville, but he got out of it and didn't want to be there. And then you had Chris Christopherson. And Emmylou Harris, I think, was one of them too. Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm like, just because you go to Nashville, I mean, nowadays we could do anything we want without having to go there.
Oh, yeah.
But so many artists from here in the Valley, they go over there specifically to record 1 or 2 songs, which is kind of expensive.
Well,
what are they expecting out of that 1 or 2 songs? They're wanting. It's up to them to market it and push it out and let everybody hear it. Right?
Yeah, they want a Nashville recording, sound. When I recorded the first couple of CDs. There in Nashville, you were going to studios and, in your little room there recording. And, by the mid-2000s or so, I was still recording songwriting. I wasn't touring. I had given up touring, but I was still songwriting and recording. And we recorded a studio. The musicians recorded them. And then we went to Johnny's house in a little place like this and added all the music to it. Mm-hmm. And that's what they're doing nowadays. Mike McGuire, Shenandoah, called me up and he says, hey, Steve, I got some jingles I need you to sing in Spanish. Can you do it? Sure. Come over to my house. I was like, all right. Went up there, had a little studio and had all the music done and everything. And I just sang to him. And I said, where'd you get these done? He says, here. I was like, in this little place? He said, yeah. And it sounded like a studio. So nowadays, the stuff they have, the equipment they have, who needs a big studio,
Yeah. They told me that a lot of studios are just collecting dust now. Like those big professional studios. I'm still old school, man. I like to go into the studio and get the real drums and all that stuff. I mean, it's just me, And even though it costs a little more, but, having the guys, they're just willing to just go in there and perform and be part of a recording, and they don't really charge a lot, but I still give them $1 for everybody that comes in and does something in the studio. But now you can just get the drum effect. You can get even people that can't sing can record, and the machines will make them sing in key.
Oh, and the same, just like you're talking about the machines. I'm not up to date on that. I've just heard about them. My wife and I went on a cruise, and there was a band playing, and we were watching the game. The Cowboys and the Raiders were playing. Mm-hmm. We were watching the game, and my wife said, "Is that a band? There's a band playing somewhere." And I was listening. I said, "It kind of sounds like the record, a little like live, but I think they're playing. It's a DJ playing records." And when the game ended, the next night we would by and listen to them. It was a band playing Filipinos. A band from the Philippines were playing 80s rock music. Exactly like it. But I would see him on the mic doing some stuff like, I said, he's got something on there that makes his voice sound like 2 or 3 voices. Because it sounded full. Uh-huh. 2, 3 guys on mics, but it sounded super full.
And they got backtracks now.
Yeah. And he would do something with his rhythm and stuff. And I was like, okay, I'm not up to date with it, but it makes you sound awesome.
With backtracks, a 3-piece band can have horns and accordion and all that in the background,
I've seen a guy with a guitar that's doing a solo thing, and he starts playing his rhythm. Mm-hmm. Clicks something on the bottom.
Yeah, the metronome.
And it just continues with the rhythm, and he starts playing lead.
Yeah.
What the heck,
Yeah, there's so many things, and who knows what else is coming down the corner.
I know.
I've been listening a lot of YouTube, and there's like songs. For example, my brother sent me a link to a Van Halen song, and it looks brand new, sounds brand new. and apparently it's from some other era where they were a lost, recording. I'm like, nah, this is AI, dude. It's AI. And then he sent me another one, and I went to the channel, and there's a few. So whoever this guy is that's got the YouTube channel is putting some AI music together that sounds just like Van Halen and using their image and putting it up. And if it's not Van Halen's, it's not copywritten, so there's no copyright infringement if people listen to the song and they like it, and it's not even Van Halen, dude.
Yeah,
it's AI.
And now you got Eddie Van Halen gone, so how can that be Eddie?
Well, that's why they say they're old.
Yeah,
but I don't know if you saw the latest Rolling Stones video. They recorded a song, and it's awesome, and the video is AI, dude, and it's them like in 1978, the Some Girls look. And they're in there, and it's like a big old party in a room, and all those people, I mean, not unless they got a look-alike Mick Jagger, young Mick Jagger, actor, and the rest of the band as well. But I don't think so, man, because the drummer isn't the original drummer. He died, so they had another drummer on there. But I was like, wow, this is nice. It was really nice. So, I mean, a lot of these bands are doing this. Kiss has got the Avatar tour that they're going to do with their avatars.
Really?
Yeah. So, man, I don't know where it's going, man. It's going too fast. Are you still recording music? Are you still putting music together?
I still write songs, and I've got Johnny at times that'll I'll ask him to go out there and meet with him or something. But
are you gigging up there in Nashville? I mean, obviously not in Nashville, but around the areas.
When I retired in 2001, I didn't want to tour anymore, and I didn't do any music. I was just recording little things here and there.
And what made you do that?
2009, I got a phone call.
In 2009. Okay.
To come do a show here in the Valley.
Okay, but this was after you retired.
I had retired in 2001.
But what made you want to retire at 2001? Did you get frustrated with the music industry?
And I wasn't touring that much. I got tired of being on the road. And, like I told some people, when you're not playing that much, you either continue to play in little podunks for a little bit of money, or because that's what you're making a living off of.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're making a living off of. Or you do what I do. I use my money to go to school, get a degree, and start a different career. I managed a drug rehab clinic in Nashville.
Well, that's great.
From 2002
and they need it in Nashville, dude, right?
Yeah.
I bet there's a lot of drugs going on over there with the musicians,
and you couldn't tell who you would see there. There were some people there.
It's anonymous.
Yeah, there were some people that you wouldn't even think about.
Yeah.
From the gospel.
Yeah.
There,
everybody has to fight their demons, man.
But I one of the little stories that I had from there my biggest point there, it was a Saturday. Everybody was gone. I was closing up. I was in my office doing some stuff, and somebody knocks at the door. And I went up there to open it, and he said, "Oh man, are you closed?" I said, "Yes." He says, "Man, I came from California. I was gonna ask you about some information for my son." He says, "I'm David Gates," and I said,
"From Bread?
From the group Bread?" He says, "Yeah, you heard of us?" I was like, "Man, I'm a big fan of yours."
How old was he?
Oh, well, this is
he's pretty old now, right?
He was in probably late 50s, early 60s. And I was like, wow, this is awesome. He
had an amazing voice.
He came in and we talked. He said, they were still going to be doing some touring and stuff, and talked about the clinic for him. And then he left, and I was like, oh my God, that was the highlight of my day.
Yeah, I bet it was a highlight of his day too, man. Even though he was in that situation where he was taking his son in.
It was for his son.
Yeah.
But so in 2009, I got a call to come do a show here, and I said, "Hey, remember me?" "Oh yeah, man, they know who you are. They know who you are." So,
Pues yeah, Pelon, a friend of mine, he I think he brought you down for like the first time in a long time.
Yeah, and it's sold out.
And I was like, that's great, because he asked me, "What do you think, man? I want to bring Steve from Steve and his Barroom Britches." I said, "Dude, bring him, bro. It'll get packed." And he did a baile there in El Gallito Ballroom, I think it was.
STC first.
Oh, it was STC first?
STC first, and then they kind of partnered thing, and then he did his own thing at El Gallito, and El Gallito sold out also.
STC Bar and Ed Couch. Yeah, Elsa.
That was in 2009.
Yeah.
And then
I thought you meant South Texas Community College.
and then his was like in 16 or something like that, 17. Pelon did it in 16, 17.
I remember he brought it, and he did it there on 107, and it was a great turnout. I was there. I think we were there. We were there,
I
baby.
think so.
Yeah, we were there.
And guess who opened up?
Who did?
Midnight Run, and Bucking Crazy, the ones I went to go see on Friday.
Yeah,
I told
Silverado.
Roy. Yeah, I told Roy. I said, "Man, you opened up for me. I was busy, taking pictures and stuff. I didn't get to hear you, so I wanted to come listen to you all today."
Yeah.
Oh wow,
We had Joe here, man. Midnight Run. We've known him for a long time, right, babe?
Yes.
A sweet person.
Yeah, no, really nice guy. And then Torres and the rest of the guys from Bucking Crazy. I mean, we've helped each other a lot.
Now, I've done. You go into music, and because you like it, you're hoping to get be something big in music without realizing anybody else being involved in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm over here trying to do something. I took off to Nashville, did this, and J.R. Castillo.
I know J.R.
He would go up there with Johnny to record with, Johnny was producing him, and I got to meet him there, and, I would go to his sessions, where they were recording. And when I came down with Pelon on 2016, Pelon took us out to some clubs, and we wound up at Hillbilly Heaven. And he said, "I'm gonna see if I can get you to go the band to let you go sing." I said, "It doesn't matter." I said, "Whatever." And he didn't know. I'm nothing bad against him, but Gabe Garcia was playing.
Okay. And where's he from? He's from. I've heard of him.
Up north.
Yeah, he's from Austin.
Houston,
area?
Austin area. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think he had released some singles in Texas, whatever. And he came up. They told him he came up to where I was. He says, "So they told me that they want you to go sing up and sing." I said, "You don't have to do it." I said, "They just want me to." He said, "Well, I've done this and I've done that, and I've got these recordings, and I've gone to so and so, whatever." And I'm thinking in my mind, dude, I've done all that already.
Yeah, well, that's amazing.
Yeah,
still going to
And he said, "Let me talk to the band, and I'll let you." I said, "Sure." So he was standing at the bar with J.R. Castillo. I told my wife, "I'm gonna go say hi to J.R. Castillo." So as I'm walking towards JR looks at me and says, "Steve Valdez, the hell-raising cowboy." And he shakes my hand. He says, "You're the reason I'm into all this stuff, Steve." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, man, you're the inspiration."
Yeah, you are.
And I'm talking to Joe and Roy, on Friday. Said, "Yeah, man, we're here because of you." I said, "What?" It just humbled me.
You're the godfather, bro.
Yeah, I was the inspiration. Country Rolling was my inspiration, and now I'm like the inspiration to some. Johnny Gonzalez used to call me a lot, when he was younger. He said, "Oh man," he says, "Man, I even have a life-size poster of you in my room."
Are you is?
It's like, where'd you get that? So it's humbling.
Well, man, when we used to go see you perform, you all added a lot of energy to the music. I mean, you all put on a show, man.
Well,
no es por nada, carnal, but I was going to those shows back in the early '80s, and when you guys hit the stage, you could feel the energy from the band.
Well, Johnny told me this one time. I was traveling somewhere, and we got on the phone talking, and he said he was with Garth at the time. Trisha wasn't doing much, so Garth got him with him. And he said, "Man, Steve," he said, this Garth has a lot of energy. He demands a lot of energy." Mm-hmm. He says, "Man," he said, "I've played with Trisha Yearwood, with Colin Ray, all these other people," he says, "and they're good and everything, but Garth has a lot of energy." He said, "The last time I saw that energy was Steven at Barroom Buddies." I said, "What?" He says, "Man, we were better than we thought we were." I was like, "Wow, that was a compliment."
Yeah. So, and your brother was a perfect person to stand right there next to you, dude, because he was up there having fun like we were down here. You know what I mean? And how is he? How's your brother doing?
He's doing great.
Adam.
He's doing great.
¿Onta? ¿Aquí en el Valle?
In Elsa. He's in Elsa.
Órale.
Doing great.
Te lo hubieras traído, bro. Man, I would have loved to talk to him, dude.
So we were when we did some shows together. I mean, other bands that would open up. It was like I said, it was humbling, and people thinking that that John Henry's. They all keep bringing. Anytime I play somewhere, John Henry's band, John Henry's. The era of John Henry's, but the energy was there. And
you were you compared to because you had the Texas Country Band, you had country rolling, but you were like the young guns coming in, right? I mean,
Yeah, and
they were older, they were a little older than you. And
so I recorded the second CD, probably the third or fourth CD that I recorded. I decided to do it half and half, the best of both worlds, with half English and half Chicano country.
Sí.
And it had some country rolling and Texas country stuff that I recorded. I recorded Las Campanas from a Texas country band with my own version of it, and some country rolling and country rolling junior stuff.
Is La Campanas on social media? I mean, can we hear it online?
It should be on YouTube.
Las Campanas.
Steve Valdez.
Steve Valdez. Yeah, I want to hear some music, man. Let's hear some jams. Aquí está la canción. Vámonos, recio. Kind of music you like to fight doing the bar.
Donde pido que me quieras de montones. Lo que pido es que me quieras de verdad. Que las cosas más bonitas de la vida son cosas que vienen con sinceridad, como las flores del campo es tu belleza, que no llevan mucha agua ni color.
Where'd you record this one?
There in Nashville.
Sounds great.
Las de la iglesia sonarán, las palomas de alegría cantarán.
Wow, sounds good,
Mis
man.
palabras se entregan en total, que te quiero y que te adoro hasta el final.
Puro two-stepping.
Oh
Que
yeah.
las cosas que nos caen allá del cielo están hechas con las manos del Señor.
Yeah. Now, this one was recorded in not long ago, ¿verdad?
No, this one was back in the early 2000s.
Early 2000s. It's all online, ladies and gentlemen. You can listen to it. Add it to your playlist. YouTube Music. Just search Steve Valdez. Te salen todas las rolas.
Las campanas de la iglesia sonarán,
Wow, that sounds good,
las
man.
palomas de alegría cantarán. Mis palabras se entregan en total, que te quiero y que te adoro hasta el final.
Man, those are high notes,
No te
man.
pido que me quieras de montones.
Oh, man.
Lo que pido es que me quieras de verdad.
That's Steve Valdez. Las Campanas. The Ella song, is that the Little Joe song, or is it a different song? Ella.
Country rolling.
Oh, see, it's country. Yeah.
A great video you could do with this one.
Oh, yeah. Y es la rola de Little Joe.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
King of the Brown Sound. I think it belongs to José Alfredo Jiménez. So he wrote it, and Little Joe made it a big hit.
Me cansé de rogarle,
No más.
me cansé de decirle que yo sin ella de pena muero. Ya no quiso escucharme.
I want you all that's on the chat here, give us a 1 to 10. What do you think about this country music? Órale. We're going to get a big response, man. There's people from across the country watching, and not many have heard this type of music, man. Country in Spanish. Like,
Profundo y negro como mi suerte. quise hallar el orgullo al estilo Jalisco, pero aquellos mariachis y aquel tequila me hicieron llorar.
Let's try this one right here. Honky Tonkins.
Here I come, get ready to play, 'cause I'm showing no mercy today. Scarlet woman,
That sounds damn good, Steve.
my way.
It sounds like it just came out, bro.
That's something that my wife and I wrote.
Yeah?
I've been hungry.
And don't ever think that everybody's heard your music already. That's what I tell a lot of artists in this internet era.
Yeah, that's true.
There's billions of people online,
Just the way
and they're stumbling on new stuff every day.
'cause it's
And I always go back to Lucky Joe, who had recorded a song in 2018, and it just went viral last year.
Wow.
Get ready to play.
Like crazy viral, millions.
'Cause I'm showing no mercy today. Scarlet woman, keep looking my way. Honky tonk walking is the game I play.
Johnny Garcia.
That's Johnny? Yeah. I knew it. See?
I see a woman,
And Johnny has all the connections to all the good studio musicians, right,
Oh,
bro?
Yeah.
so I'm gonna give her this one night chance. She may be looking to be doing the same in this honky tonkin' game.
Let's check out this one, Out at Home. Steve Valdez.
Baseball type.
Stealing around, stepping out of the line. Hey, I've been playing the game all wrong. I was paying mind to what was out in the field. Should have been looking at home. I had some good lines pitched my way, and I guess I did the same. But the last one that I made just cost me the game. I got caught, I'm out at home. Off my keys.
This is a great album.
Yep.
Anymore.
All the songs are good, man.
That looks so green, I stand alone. Made a beer call, I'm out at home.
And you're retired already?
Semi.
I can see music videos to all these songs. dude.
Semi. Yeah.
Semi.
Now I've got another one that's gonna make
Hey,
you.
you say, I'm retired until the deposit is sent, right?
I must have been thinking of running when I should have stayed. I should have known better never to play the game I played. But I got caught, I'm out at home. Cause my key don't fit the door anymore.
Steve Valdez, ladies and gentlemen. Here's something a little older, right?
Oh yeah.
This is 1990.
90.
Houston didn't seem so tough for this modern Romeo.
The difference in production, right?
Yeah,
This
that-
was recorded here in the
in the valley.
956.
He traveled here before.
The little tap on the drill.
rodeo, but the bulls of
That's the
Bronx
Hell Racing Cowboy CD.
Yeah. Cassette.
Cassette.
and the toughest drive
Yeah.
the girl whose name he can't recall. He's the all-around cowboy in rodeo history. He's the pride of town, but he's down on his luck 'cause it's plain for him to see that this rodeo cowgirl has ridden his old heart to the ground.
Here's another one of those oldies, man. The Girl He Left Behind. Oh, this stuff's from the early 80s, but you just put it on tape in the 90s or what? Because I remember you playing these songs at the concerts.
Yeah, we just made it, made the CD or the cassette and recorded in like 89, 90s. when we
Okay.
recorded.
And you all had already, ya tenían como 7 años,
yeah.
¿no? Tocando?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me hear that. I want to hear that one. It's like a story, ladies and gentlemen. All right, check this out. You can hear the hiss of the cassette. Check it out. You hear that?
Yeah.
He came to town.
All right, hold on. Hold on.
What?
Look for it on under the Attitudes and Honky Tonks. I re-recorded it.
Oh, you did?
And it sounds more Nashville stuff now.
Oh, okay. Well, let's listen to this one first, just so we can see the difference.
Yeah.
Okay, this was recorded in the 956 when he was barely getting his feet wet, and then the next one that we're gonna play, the next version, is Nashville. Okay.
He came to town favored in the biggest rodeo. He hoped to see a girl he knew and loved so long ago. But the time's gone by and she settled down, and he's heard she's gone away. But the price he's paid for the choice he made is haunting him today. He's the #1 cowboy in the land of rodeos. He lives in fame and glory, but the truth that no one knows is a pain deep in his heart and mind for the girl he left behind.
All right, so let's listen to the Nashville. Is it this one? Okay, this is a live one. Hold
Yeah.
on a second. So
It's on the Attitudes and Honky Tonk CD.
Attitudes and Honky Tonk CD. Okay, let me see here. Let's look it up, ladies and gentlemen, so we can hear the difference.
He came to town favored.
Okay, here we go. This is the Nashville version of the song we just heard.
He came to town favored in the biggest rodeo.
It just sounds fuller,
Yeah.
He
bigger.
hoped to see a girl he knew and
guitar.
loved so long ago.
And when you did it here in the 956, you recorded it at what studio? Was it Master Production, Pro Sound?
Pro Sound.
Pro Sound?
Yeah. From Julie.
But
The guy from Duelo owns that now.
Really?
Yeah.
is haunting him today.
Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Valdez, man, here with us. I want to thank Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. If you're feeling sluggish, tired, you gain weight, you don't feel like honky-tonking anymore like you used to honky-tonk, go out and do the dance hall and do a little dancing, do a little loving afterwards, and now that's all just dissipated. You ain't got no energy to do any of that. You find it all at Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. They'll take care of you. They've got hormone replacement therapy. That's testosterone. 956-441-2188 is the number. You give them a call. You start bringing back that quality in your life, and your wife will be very happy you did. Dr. T's, 956-441-2188. Give them a call. Also want to thank Nisi Auto Sales in Rio Grande City in Mission, Texas. They're located at 4501 North 755 FM in Rio Grande. The number is 956-263-1615. In Mission, Texas, 1512 East Business Highway 83. Carros Flamantitos, casi nuevos, a great selection, and SUVs, trucks, and small vehicles for your daughter or your son that needs to go to college. They're going to take care of you. They want to help you out. You can buy there, pay there, and man, no credit check. They're going to take care of you. NisiAutogroup.com. Make sure to give them a call or go by and see them and find out what vehicle you want to take home. Also, Rhodey's Country Fried Chicken in Eagle Pass, Texas. Thank you so much to Rhodey. He's been a major sponsor of ours. And, well, when you go down to Eagle Pass, you make sure to go by and thank him for helping us out and keeping us on YouTube. And, of course, try some of those gizzards they've got there, some chicken, and they've got some dinner packs. It's all good. It's delicious. It's finger-licking good. It's Rhodey's Country Fried Chicken, more than 40 years in Eagle Pass. Also want to thank Ron Hoover RV and Marine of Odessa. You need an RV, man. It's the middle of summer and you want to take the family out to a park or go get some of that nature or maybe the coast. You get your RV. Look at that. That's so beautiful. What an amazing machine there. It's like a house on wheels, ladies and gentlemen. And Anthony Patterson in Odessa is ready to help you out. 956, well, not 956, 432 is the area code. It's Odessa. 247-8555, or just follow them on social media and get yourself one of these beautiful RVs so you and your whole family, or just you and your wife, can go out and travel around and enjoy the United States of America. All right, also want to thank Frontera Fest. That is going to be the next big show happening September 11th, 12th, and 13th. And my band will be opening up for the country artists on Sunday, the 13th. So we're ready to get up there and perform and have a good time with everybody in Harlingen, Texas. It's Frontera Fest. So, Steve, I really appreciate you coming by, man. And
well, we've been trying to do this for some time.
I know, dude. I know we've been playing phone, and you were going to come the last time. We just couldn't get it together, but... Yep. I'm really happy you came down. You came for a quinceañera, right? To go see...
my niece got married Saturday.
And what was her name?
Brenda.
Okay, congratulations, Brenda and her husband.
Cano,
Did you get up there and hit some songs?
No, they had a DJ.
They had a DJ. Esto es lo que es ahora, puro DJ.
I went to the wedding dressed as a Texas Ranger.
See?
Hat and tie and everything.
It was like the picture that we had, babe. Put the picture of... Look at it. Míralo. Wow, bro. Chinga, el pelo, bro.
Now, I had a beard and mustache and everything when I went to Nashville. And after a while, when I came out with this CD, I thought, okay, I'm going to shave. I shaved my beard, mustache, lost 40 pounds, let my hair grow out, and people didn't recognize me.
No.
I came down to the valley, and they were like, who the heck is this guy?
Who's this guy? He's marketable now.
Yeah, and I did a show with Steve Warner, and he always said hi. He came out. I didn't have a chance to go up to him. I came out, and he was on stage, and he just looks at me and smiles like, you look different.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, man, thanks for all the great music, the great memories.
Appreciate it.
And, I'm glad you're semi-retired because, once you're a musician and a songwriter, you never retire, man. You write till the end of the day.
I still go out and do at least 3 or 4 shows a year by choice. If you keep adding more to it, then you're on tour. I'm retired. I want to have some fun.
You're selective.
Yeah, I'm selective.
Yeah, and like Country Rollin' once told you, you got to have that backup so you don't have to be desperate, right?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that great? That's some great advice.
Now, when we played when you saw us at our dances, you always saw us open up with a fast song and end it with a fast song. That was Country Rollin'. He said, always start with something fast, Steve, and end it with something fast. So they get tired, they remember you, and they'll come back again.
Yeah, that's what I told my band, because sometimes we've had times we go on stage and the first song we fuck it up or whatever, right? And I tell them, hey, but we ended like amazing. So I said, it's not how you start the game, it's how you end it, because that's the last impression you leave on the audience. So, but Steve, I appreciate you coming, man.
Thank you so much.
Wish you nothing but the best of luck, and have a safe trip on the way back to Nashville. And maybe one of these days, my wife and I might go over there and have a little trip and check it out and call you up so we can, maybe.
Well, I'm not in Nashville anymore.
Oh, you're not? Where are you at?
We moved to Muscle Shoals.
Oh, that's right. Well, that's even better. I want to see Muscle Shoals.
And we're not there anymore either.
Oh, okay.
I retired. We owned a condo at the beach, so in Alabama, and that's where we're living now.
Well, we're going to Alabama, baby.
Yeah.
There you go.
Come on.
Forget Nashville.
Come on down to Alabama. We got another extra room if you want to enjoy the beach there.
Yeah, sweet home Alabama.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and make sure to follow Steve Valdez on social media and stream his music, man. I mean, this is the kind of music where you turn the pit on out in the backyard, you put on some music, you connect your phone to your Bluetooth and speaker and put some of this country music, and before you know it, you'll be sneaking out of the house after the pit's done, and you'll be heading out to a honky-tonk to do a little party, and then coming back a little bit later and getting in trouble with the old lady. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm coming back to the Valley, for those who were wondering, August 22nd at Mustang Lounge.
August 22nd, Mustang Lounge. Make sure to let me know prior to the show so I can share with all our audience that you're going to be here. And, man, we ought to make a point to go check it out. Right, baby doll?
Yes, we
all
shall.
right. Steve Valdez, ladies and gentlemen. Steve and his Barroom buddies for the first time ever right here on hashtag PBT. You all have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next week, all right? Asústame one time.
Oh, he's a hill-raising cowboy, bull-riding son of a gun.